Mastering configuration management practices. Configurations are managed by no one, and excellence is a myth. Who within the organization is responsible for defining and maintaining the current configuration management process, and how is this process thoroughly documented and disseminated to stakeholders to ensure operational excellence? The responsibility for defining and maintaining the current configuration management process lies with the configuration management team, which comprises of senior IT professionals with expertise in configuration management, IT service management, and operational excellence. This team is responsible for developing, implementing, and maintaining the configuration management process that aligns with the organization's overall IT strategy and objectives. The configuration management team is led by a configuration manager who oversees the entire process and ensures that it is thoroughly documented and disseminated to stakeholders. The team is also responsible for identifying areas for improvement and implementing changes to the process as necessary. The configuration management process is documented in a configuration management policy, which outlines the organization's approach to configuration management, roles and responsibilities, and the processes and procedures for managing changes to IT assets. The policy is reviewed and updated annually, or as necessary, to ensure that it remains relevant and effective. The configuration management policy is supported by a set of procedures and guidelines that provide detailed instructions for IT staff on how to manage changes to IT assets. These procedures and guidelines are developed and maintained by the configuration management team and are reviewed and updated regularly to ensure that they remain accurate and effective. The configuration management process is also supported by a configuration management database, CMDB, which is a centralized repository of information about all IT assets. The CMDB contains detailed information about each asset, including its configuration, location, and relationships with other assets. The CMDB is updated in real time to reflect changes to IT assets, and it provides a single source of truth for configuration information. The configuration management team ensures that the configuration management process is thoroughly documented and disseminated to stakeholders through a variety of mechanisms, including 1. Training and awareness programs. The configuration management team provides regular training and awareness programs for IT staff to educate them on the configuration management process, policies, and procedures. These programs are designed to ensure that IT staff understand their roles and responsibilities in maintaining the integrity of the IT environment. 2. Document management. The configuration management team maintains a document management system that contains all documentation related to the configuration management process, including policies, procedures, and guidelines. This system is accessible to all IT staff and stakeholders, and it ensures that documentation is up to date and easy to access. 3. Communication plans. The configuration management team develops communication plans to ensure that stakeholders are informed about changes to the configuration management process, policies, and procedures. These plans include regular meetings, status updates, and notifications to ensure that stakeholders are aware of changes and their impact. 4. Reporting and metrics. The configuration management team develops reports and metrics to measure the effectiveness of the configuration management process. These reports and metrics are used to identify areas for improvement and to track progress towards operational excellence. To ensure operational excellence, the configuration management team conducts regular assessments and audits of the configuration management process to identify areas for improvement. These assessments and audits are designed to ensure that the process is aligned with industry best practices, such as ITIL, and that it is effective in managing changes to IT assets. The assessments and audits are conducted by a team of independent auditors who review the configuration management process, policies, and procedures to ensure that they are effective, efficient, and compliant with industry standards and best practices. The auditors identify areas for improvement and provide recommendations for change, which are prioritized and implemented by the configuration management team. The implementation of changes to the configuration management process is managed through a structured change management process, which ensures that changes are thoroughly assessed, planned, and implemented with minimal disruption to IT services. The change management process involves stakeholders from across the organization, including IT staff, business stakeholders, and customers, to ensure that changes are aligned with business objectives and requirements. In conclusion, the responsibility for defining and maintaining the current configuration management process lies with the configuration management team, which is led by a configuration manager. The process is thoroughly documented and disseminated to stakeholders through a variety of mechanisms, including training and awareness programs, document management, communication plans, and reporting and metrics. The configuration management team conducts regular assessments and audits to identify areas for improvement and implements changes to the processes necessary to ensure operational excellence.